Welcome to TradingLounge and the European indices. I'd like to start with the S&P though, and the purpose of that is really to point out that the 38.2% retracement level for the S&P 500 is down quite close to the 2300 area through here. So as you can see, there's still a fair way to go with all of this. So it's the question is how's this going to impact on onto the European markets, especially the DAX. So because with the DAX we're looking at it basically being, if this is the DAX here, we're looking for it to finish one more little move here and then move up from there. But that's going to be quite difficult, really, isn't it, for the DAX to move up based on what this is going to be doing here. So yeah, we'll bear that in mind. So that current correction here that we are in for the DAX here, it certainly opens it up to a larger correction, doesn't it, at least? So we're going to bear that in mind. And the first thing I wanted to have a look at today was the Germany mid-cap here, because I've got a count here where it's very much the same as the S&P 500, where we've got the DAX a little bit different. With the DAX, we've actually got this wave 3 sitting up here. We're not at intermediate wave 3 yet in the DAX, but for the mid-cap here, it really suits it quite nicely and places it sort of in line with the S&P 500. In fact, it places it much further because even the S&P starting to do its move down from its third wave here, last week. So this one here's been doing it much longer, hasn't it? So I just find that sort of interesting. But the main point here for this market is that the 50 top stocks here is that it can actually pull down further to the 38.2% here, or the wave 4 of one lesser degree here. So this current move down through here, we could look at that as basically wave 1, and it may not be finished yet, whereas we're looking for another little low to come into play. We'll talk about that on the intraday basis. But for the DAX, we've actually got one more low to come in and then pushing up from there. But I think that we need to take the S&P 500 on board, and we also need to take this one on board here, and consider a rally as wave 2 and then wave 3, 4, 5 to come down further. Okay, so it's something that we need to work through. So on this, let's go to the hourly chart and pick it up on this B wave here. So pretty much like the DAX and the other markets and so on, is that from this top here we've got 1 and 2 and 3 here, and we're looking for wave 4 to pull back 38.2%, and then wave 5 down. So on the DAX, for instance, we've got this moving down here and then completing its whole wave 4 at that point and then moving up from that. But in this case here, we would just go back up like with the S&P 500 and then come down again. So this wave 1 here would place this wave 2 over here at this stage here, looking for a deeper correction at that point. So just put that down here, remove that, save that. So I think that with the current markets that we've got in Europe, we should line them up with the S&P and look at this having 5 waves down. So when I look at the DAX, I've got it labelled the same, but just different labelling, and that means that on the 15, this is a 15-minute chart for the DAX, and what we're looking for is wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then down for 5 here. Now, with the DAX here, we're looking at wave 4 as the 38.2% retracement level. So basically we're there already for the DAX. Okay, the point here that I need to make is that this move that's coming down through here, the market's gapped up Monday morning, but the move down through here appears to be corrective, because I would just naturally put this as the A wave here, the B wave here, and the C wave here, because it's already pulled back 50%. So yeah, look, maybe it can just drop from here. But if we do make another high here, I'm not going to be too concerned about it. Then we'll have to put this here as an ABC to this point here. We'll see. But we're not sort of that, the main trade here will really be this structure coming to the downside here. So on that note here, you could, the logical point would be to short under here. And if that's not the case, then we need to allow this market to move higher into here, and we need to count 5 waves up here. So that would leave us with 1 and 2 here, and this will be part of the third here coming into the top here area, a wave 4, and then a wave 5 here, and then it can move down from that point. But we could look to find a resistance over here. We need to call it in at some point, but that's how it would look at that point. So we could say either now or later the 12,000 as a retested resistance would give you a short trade at that point, and would be looking down, making a new low here. And I was always considering 11,800. It may not come down that far depending on how high it goes here as well. So we'll see how that pans out. And the FTSE, maybe I'll do the AEX here now. This is the daily chart for the AEX, and I don't really know the wave count here, where we are at the moment. I need to get more price pattern so I can see it. What we did mention last week is that our target to the downside was 515. Once we've reached there, I just think that we need to stop a little bit, and then also compare this one to the FTSE, because the FTSE is in the same general pattern as this market here as well. So it's quite possible here that the move down through here, we can look at that in a moment. It's probably on its third wave and going back for its fourth wave, like the DAX and the S&P, and then I have 5 waves. But basically we're looking for wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4 and 5, something of this nature. So let's see what this rally is here. And if I go to the hourly chart here, I think the main point here is that we were long in here, and then we need to go short here, and the 515 is our target area here. So I would think that just looking at this, we'll be coming back up to the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree here, then having a move down to this point here. So I can remove that. So we've got time with this. I mean, at least we know, I'll just move that to there. So we'll be looking at a rally here, wave 5 down to this point, and then an A wave and a B wave and a C wave. But I reckon take any profits here, and let's just watch the ABC. Once that gets into place here, and it might drop lower first, or might go a little bit higher here and down, but don't worry about that here. Just wait for this ABC to come in, and we'll see where the S&P 500 is and the FTSE and the DAX, and then there's a possible short at this stage here. I don't know that yet. I want to see this part here as a corrective wave, not this first one in here, which is going to be a corrective wave as well, not that one, but in here. So it'd probably take a good few days to get through all of this. So could be 3 to 4 sessions. So let's see how we go with that. I'll just save that. Sorry for not being very accurate there, but yeah, I'm not quite sure where this is going to be, but I would imagine that this will be in the same pattern as the S&P at this point. And the FTSE is much the same as well here. So I can just really stay here on this 1 hour chart for the FTSE. Okay, so like the S&P and so on. It is a little bit messy in here, and I'm not sure about a wave or two in here. So I'm making a little bit of an assumption here in that we can look at wave 4 pulling back up into 73. 80, 73, 72, the group 2 area here, 65, 72 and 80 area here. So once again, we need to watch for this bounce to come into play here and then give us another move down at this point. Now, we could have a low here for the FTSE in line with the DAX and so on, but I just don't think that's the case, because when I look at the daily chart here, we can see that, first of all, if it's going to be a wave 4, then this is the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, 7,100, and the 38.2% retracement level coming a little bit lower in this space here. And this move has really followed the S&P here, so we're still looking at that coming further down. So I think this first leg down here is not complete yet. Then we'll go back up for wave 2 here, then a wave 3, 4 and 5. That's what I'm thinking there. I can remove this older one here because we've made that bit of adjustment there. I just think there's more downside to come here, and yeah, we just need to be a little bit patient. But the good news is that we can work through it. It's just that this leg here needs to complete first here. So once again, coming back to the 1 hour chart here, just to get it in play here. So this wave C or 4 here is probably not the case. So we can move wave 1 in here, and then we'll be looking for wave 2 to pull back here. I mean, we could trade wave 2 up if we were confident about where we were here. Would be looking for a little ABC here back for wave 2. This little ABC will be in here for this one. So yeah, I mean, I think the next trade that we've got, if this rallies through here, and that will be the bounce off the top of group 1, so that's expected. And like I say, the rally could come quite high here because it's bouncing off the 7.3, the top of group 1. So the 73.50 to 73.80 would be the levels in there. So yeah, we could short this one moving down through here, and if you wanted to, then this one here for being long, and then this one here for being short. But at the end of the day, it will be this one here, but I can't confirm that yet until we've got 3 waves here. If we've got 3 waves here, then we'll start looking for setups here, and we'll see where the S&P is and so on at that point. But that's really where the next best trade is going to be in the markets, and that will also be for the S&P and all the other markets as well. So yeah, leave it with you. Alrighty, cheers.